How's it going, boys? My name is Rome, and welcome back to the column, the most sporadic show on the entire internet. Today, I wanted to talk about a bit of a hot topic: toxic masculinity. Can't wait to get canceled by the gym bros for this one. And of course, when I refer to toxic masculinity, I'm not referring to only men who lift a lot of weights and take tren. As I think the main issue is a lot more mindset and thought process based rather than physicality based. And what I mean by that is pretty simple. I think this has always been a problem, at least at different extents. It was a thinking process that was extremely prevalent throughout the 20th century, with it having a slight decline in the early to mid 2000s and 2010s, but I think scarily enough, it's making a rampant comeback. I know and see more and more men in the 21st century repress their emotions to the point of uncontrollable rage. And I see countless men treat women as objects designed for personal use or pleasure. And I do think that this rampant resurgence is due to learned techniques. You know, loneliness and consumption of radicalized content can turn even the strongest of minds on themselves and on others. And I really do think that this stems from young men not having anyone to talk to about their problems. And if they do have someone to talk to, they often feel like it's childish or not manly to speak up about their problems. I remember thinking to myself a lot when I was growing up that, someone always has it worse. And so that leaves no room for me to complain. And as you get older, you kind of realize that this argument doesn't really mean anything. Yeah, some people may have it objectively worse than you, but that doesn't mean that subjectively you are now going through something you can easily deal with. Since struggle is entirely relative, and someone being worse off doesn't diminish the feelings that you're experiencing. And the big thing is that nobody expects you to carry everything by yourself for your entire life. The friends that you have want to help you carry your burdens. They want to see you succeed, and they want to see you be happy. The relationships that you have are not transactional. They are symbiotic in a sense. People want you to talk about how you're feeling. And let's say someone you know doesn't want you to talk about how you're feeling. Well, then that's not someone you should be keeping around you for any period of time. I almost treat it as a sign of respect. Not showing the people that I care about how I really feel means to me that I am not giving them the respect that they actually care, and that I don't really trust them with my emotions. Now, this isn't all to say that you should always be relying on the people around you, since you can't better yourself without wanting yourself to be better. But that they are there because they care about you and they want to see you thrive. And I think that that's something you should want for yourself as well. I believe that the reason women live longer than men is because men tend to shoulder all of their stress and emotions on their own shoulders, when the burden should be a shared effort. Talking to people will make you feel better, even if you're just sorting your emotions out. Whether this be a mentor, a therapist, or even a close friend, there are people in your life that care desperately about your well-being. And these podcasts that tell you that you just need to work harder, or you just need to lock in and stop being a bitch, these aren't helping you at all. In fact, they are actively harming you. Pushing forward is a valiant effort, and you should always strive to move forward. But that doesn't mean that you need to do it in an unhealthy way. Look, I've gone through a lot of things over the last few years. I've lost my job. I lost multiple loved ones. I've been ridiculed constantly. about turning my hobby into a job. And I think if I didn't have the people around me that I have right now, I would be a lot worse off. Hell, I may have even become the very thing that I'm speaking out against right now. You know, echo chambers and confirmation biases are a really scary thing. And they can take you to some really, really dark places. But even having just one person to talk to can really and exponentially change things for the better. If you made it this far, leave a comment telling us what you're struggling with right now. I appreciate all of you for watching these dumb little videos that I make here. And I really hope you enjoy them. And maybe even take something away from one of these. As always, my email is linked in the description below if you'd like to submit a question. And until next time, I love you all, and good night.